This is Marc from the ATV guys, and welcome to my garage. Place is pretty empty except for the Project R1, which is something else that we're gonna do. We're doing in motorcycle media. I got a hold of BRP. You probably saw this video. Look up here. You can go and see that one after. We got something special. There's history behind it because I'm an owner. I've owned two of these in the past, and we're talking about this. Meet the 2021 Can-Am Commander. Now, this thing is something that I've been waiting for the past 10 years, because it's 10 years that this machine didn't even have a redesign. It's just a basic machine that's been there since day one, and now they've surprised us with launching this thing a few weeks back. It's a new Commander. I happen to like this machine a lot because it's based on the Maverick platform, Maverick Trail, Maverick Sport, and all these things. So it's based pretty much on the Maverick platform, but they've done a few tweaks specifically to this machine, starting by the front end. Now there's only 3 packages available on this machine now. Before there was like 5 or 6. Now there's 3 packages. There's the DPS, which is digital power steering, basic with colored plastics and steel wheels. That's the basic stuff. The most popular package that I think will sell the most is this one, the XT package. XT for extra, which means there's added extras on it, like automotive type paint, the front bumper, the roof is included, and if you look down here, we have a 3,500 pound winch, very high quality winch. These are optionals. These spots are optional, so it's not available. It's an available option, but doesn't come with it. Also included is the aluminum alloy wheels, which are not too fancy, but they look good. And something really new this year, the XPS tire brand, which this one is the Trail King. This is a radial, a 6-ply. It's on a 28. It's on a 28-inch tire. So I'm very surprised that they went with 28. So it's 28 9 by 14 in the front and 28 11 by 14 out back. I like this tire. I like the tread pattern. I also like the fact that the compound is very soft. So if you ride 4 seasons and you ride a little bit of winter, this should be actually perform pretty well. I always urge you, if you ride in winter trails, especially out east in eastern Canada, we have trails, winter trails in Quebec, Ontario, and New Brunswick. Nova Scotia has some too. I always advise you to get winter-specific tires and probably studded, because when trails are groomed, you get ice. You get a lot of ice. But this should handle. The basic suspension package on this thing is pretty basic because it's a basic shock with adjustable preload, but no adjustment for compression and rebound. So and you have the A-arm suspension, which are arced for higher ground clearance. The ground clearance on this thing is pretty decent. It's 13 inches of ground clearance, but what I like is we get a whopping 15-inch of travel up front and back for a touring machine. That is pretty good. It's in the same, I call this a sport touring category. Should be good enough. Now, other features of this unit is, we've got full doors. Very very happy about this. It's like the Maverick doors, which are very nice, but now they're finished inside. There's a bit of finishing inside. It's not only an empty shell. I like this handle. Pretty lightweight door for what it is. So this thing's not gonna rattle like crazy all the time, and it closes nice and steady. Looking at this, you get the rear suspension. This stuff is really beefy. So the way they built it is like they built it to last. Compared to the previous generation, I like it much better. Better fit. This should be very good, and they're still arched, so you got all kinds of room, like 13 inches of ground clearance. The rear tires, fine. And then we get to the bed, because that's the big difference between the Maverick platform and the Commander. You actually got a bed to put stuff inside. Now it's a pretty big bed, about 4 feet something wide, 3 feet. But there's one little nifty trick about this one. You can put 250 pounds, so I can sit my fat butt on it. But one thing that I like a lot about this box is you can actually make it longer. So you grab this thing here, lock it there. Thank you, cameraman. So now you got like a 5 feet box, or 4 feet by 4 feet. You can actually put a whole lot more stuff in it, and to be honest, it looks sharp. It's a nice and nifty, little addition that's really nice, especially if you're riding around and touring with the missus. I can tell you that by experience that box is never going to be big enough to store everything the girlfriend wants to have inside of this thing. So, extension. And you got all the Lynx accessory mounts. One thing I like about BRP on this thing is you can tie down a whole lot of stuff. Like you see this rack out back here, it's called a headache rack. It's an optional part, and it's all got these Lynx systems that you can put on and off. This one's got a gun rack or accessory rack. You can tie pretty much anything on it. Lots and lots of accessories that are available through Can-Am for the box and for the machine. But what I like a lot about the Lynx is everything fits fine the first time. You pay a little more, but the fitment is just awesome. So that's what I like about the box and the way it's set up. So you take this off, put this back in, lock this sucker back in. Ta-da! There you go. So, and nice, tight feeling. Now, something you couldn't do before, you could always flip the bed if you wanted to. But now, what's under the bed is not another storage compartment. It's an engine, which is typical of the BRP setup in their side-by-sides now. You got the 1000cc V-twin up front. That's hooked up to a transmission and a rear differential in one piece. It's a modular setup. So all of these things in one big piece. The ease of being able to do the maintenance, that's what the coolest thing is about. You can check the oil easy. You can fill the transmission over here. Do a valve job. Don't forget to adjust these valves around 3,000 kilometers. And got good access to the airbox. All made to be able to be easily accessible. I like this a lot. Now look at this can here. This is stainless steel, and it's an exhaust, and it's huge. The big difference and what was told to me in a prior meeting with JJ Rivet, which is the project leader for Can-Am UTVs. This thing's about just in engine noise, engine output, in decibels and all this stuff. It's about 25% quieter. The Maverick wasn't that bad. I had one for a year. I had the Maverick Sport for 1 year, and the Maverick was a little bit rowdy. I didn't mind it, but people that want to ride and enjoy this type of machine for touring, they need a little bit of quiet. And on the quiet side, it's much better, much quieter, about 25% quieter off idle. If we take a quick listen at it. I'm mic'd up, so it's pretty hard with a mic to make you to get what I'm saying here, but it's nice and quiet. I enjoy the silence. Enjoy the silence. Sometimes it's fun not to always hear something. Another thing that I like about this platform is a lot less mechanical noise. The cab has been insulated from the inside between the engine compartment and the passengers. They built an isolation wall to minimize the noise of mechanical noise and the engine noise. So it should be a much quieter place inside the cab. Now, you can see air intake for the CVT, air intake for the motor. It's pretty high up, so you can actually go in some water without having it, dropping some air, some water inside the airbox or inside the CVT housing. So you got a lot of stuff like this you can do. The XT package will also give you these fender extensions, and you want those if you're doing touring, because it's pretty. If you look at the wheel, if you look at it there, you might find that without these, you're gonna have mud all over the place. So one nice feature here, I don't know if I told you about it, but the grill here is removable for cleaning the radiator, and that's a nice nifty little thing. Oh, there's a little cubby in here. Let's see. Push button, and you got some electricity in there, and the brake master cylinder reservoirs. Oh, this is nice. Oh, I like the way it closes, nice and firm. Now, inside the cab, you got these great seats. Typically, BRP Can-Am seats have always been great. These are 4-point harness ready. So there's the bar in the back, and you can have the original Can-Am harnesses. Nice instrument panel. Nice and clear. If you start her up, see the RPM. You know, there's a few things you can do here with the menu, drive modes, and all this stuff. This button here is for the electronic differential, which this unit is not equipped with. It's optional. You can have it with this. What I like about that system is it's automatically locking. There's a few modes like trail mode, full lock mode, and all this stuff. And it's electronic. There's a clutch inside. You can have this if you do a lot of off-roading, really harder stuff. Get that electronic front diff. Now, return of the DESS key, which is a theft protection. If you take this away, it stops, and it needs that key, absolutely that key that is coded, or it simply won't start. So on the dash here, you got two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, rear diff lock. This is turf mode, so you can unlock the rear differential. If you pass on your lawn or stuff like that, you don't want to destroy anything. This is it. This is the optional fog lights that are up front. This does not come with it. It's an optional unit. Here is the lights on, off, and the control for the winch. So it's a nice place to sit in here. If you look at the feet positioning, you got this footrest here. I like the gas to brake pedal height and distance. Very, very nice. It's a nice feel, and I like the holes that are drilled on the pedal to be able to clean the crud if you got mud on your boots and stuff like that. So you keep good control of the brake pedal. Huge glove box in there, which I appreciate a lot. This is the way it should be. There's a 12-volt outlet here. There's another little cubby here, so just where you put your papers and stuff. I really like this thing. Nice footrest for the passenger at the bottom over there. I like the way this engages. It's a little bit notchy, but it's not half bad. Nice grab handle here, and the inside grab handle for the door, which if you got smaller ones, They can use these to hang on. This is the roof that comes with it. And you got that front windshield. Now, you know, many companies build windshields and, you know, they build some really cool stuff. But I found that at Can-Am, these original half windshields are the best. I had one on my Maverick Sport. I just loved it. Perfect. And oh, I forgot to tell you one thing. This thing, the stance on this thing, the front and rear stance, is 64 inches compared to my older Maverick. My older Maverick was 59 something, 60 inches. So this suspension has been tuned for touring, as per JJ from BRP told us, and we will get a chance to go go and rough it up in the trails and see how it fares, see how it goes. We're gonna have onboard cameras and see how it fares in rough trails. We're gonna go see rough trails with lots of rocks and steps and stuff like that. So we're gonna be able to test it out and see exactly how she does. So this is Marc from the ATV guys, and please subscribe to our channel. A thumbs up is always appreciated. This is what drives me to to try and make better videos. Please comment. You have questions, or you have something that you think I could do better. I love comments, you know, constructive stuff. You know, I'm not perfect. I do this full time, but I'm very far from perfect. So I appreciate comments and stuff like that. And please join us on our Facebook group, which is called the Canadian ATV UTV Nation, where thousands of people that we can that have the same passion as you, ATVs and UTVs. So I'm Marc from the ATV guys. I'm gone. We're gonna go out in the trails this Monday.